all I do is work and work and work. I work every day. Every day, you guys. Every day. Double shift. I go to one job in the morning and the other job at night while my kids miss me. While my 12-year-old got to watch my 2-year-old, right? I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm tired of being alone. I'm tired of motherfuckers making me do shit by myself, okay? I'm with a nigga that don't do nothing for me. I'm tired. I just want to go home. I feel like I want to die. I want to go home. I want to check myself in a mental hospital.
I chronically do not care about my job. Okay, like, not in a rebellious way. I just in a deeply spiritual, detached from this plane kind of way. I show up, I type things, I attend meetings, but mentally I'm watching a live feed of myself from the ceiling. Okay, every time someone says circle back, a piece of my soul just logs off. You know, I'm not even lazy. I don't care at a molecular level. Okay, my cells clock out before I do. Okay, they keep asking for passion. Bro, this is accounting, not Broadway. Okay, I'm not tapping my way through Q3 reports. Okay, my boss is like, well, we're a family here. That's great. Can I take a family nap? Okay, I care just enough to not get fired. Okay, that's the balance. Like, I'll hit the deadline, but don't ask me to smile while doing it. Okay, I'm not built for enthusiasm before noon. All right, some people wake up thinking about their goals. I wake up thinking, what's the least amount of effort I can exert without triggering an HR meeting? Okay, so yeah, I chronically do not care about my job. It's not burnout, it's clarity.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you're seeing right now, what you're seeing right here in a previous video is the life of a good majority of people. It is the life of a good portion of Americans right now. A lot of people are ready to crash out, right? Listen, just because you see people smiling, or just because you see people walking around like everything is okay, just because you see people, not showing their emotions on their face, I'm telling you, people are on a thin line, people. People are ready to snap. People are ready to give up. People are ready to, hop the fence, go overboard, right? Just completely lose it. This is everyday life, right? This is everyday life. This is what I'm talking about. People are ready to crash out. People are feeling like their backs are against the wall, right? People don't know what to turn to, right? Everything that we were told is a lie. So it's like, what do you turn to? Oh, go get a degree. Well, now I'm in student loan debt, and I can't even get a job that can pay me enough to afford both the cost of living and student loan debt. I can't do it, right? At this point in time, the only people who can succeed in America are people who already come from money, people who already have some money. Listen, long are the days where you're just about to just come up in America because you started a business or anything of that nature, or you went to work and worked hard for all of your life. Man, those days are over with, right? Now, don't get me wrong. You can still start a business, right? But more than likely, you got to start a business here and then go live somewhere overseas so your money can stretch, right? Trust me, there are still ways to be able to make it. However, the route that the majority of people are going, listen, you're gonna lose all your screws, right? Every single year. Listen, they don't even give you pay raises to keep up with inflation. Why? Because they gotta make sure that the bosses are happy. They gotta make sure that the CEO can afford his yacht so he can park it next to everybody on the Epstein list, right? He gotta be able to party with his Epstein boys. Yeah, they need that money, right? So they need enough of it so you don't have it. It's not they won't be able to afford life. Oh, they can afford many lives, right? But they just needed to party, have their little sex parties, right? Have their ditty offs, their ditty parties, and all of that stuff. That's what they need their money for. So of course they can't pay you enough. No, they want you to suffer, and people are suffering, man. And shouts out to this young lady right here, just going through it. She's just going through it, and this is what is happening, amongst our society. Listen, every safety net, like I've told y'all plenty of times before, every safety net is being slashed, right? Even the men are being slashed. And what do I mean by that? Well, like this young lady, she clearly doesn't have a quote unquote man to help her in her life, to help her with the children. The man that she laid with, whether she made a horrible decision or things just went left, we don't know, right? But clearly, men are not even in a position, young men to millennial men to Gen Z, they're not in any position to take on women and families right now. So even a safety net of a man slashed, right? If you didn't have safety net of the government or what have you, well, at least you had a man that was going to be able to help you, right? Be that masculine guidance, that masculine voice, that leader, right? Maybe he worked a job that brought in more money than you, so on and so forth. Those days are over with. Men are probably struggling even more than a woman now. Do y'all understand? They're probably struggling even more. I know that the men are struggling even more than the women now, right? They're all on the keyboards, right? Getting sauce all over them, jacking the Peter Whacker, well, pow, shooting themselves right in the face with all kind of sauce, right? They're doing everything, what they call them nowadays, neats. Not in school, not working, not training. Y'all know the neats, whatever that term means, right? They're not in education, not in school, not working, not training, not nothing. You have a lot of young men like this, right? But overall, many people have this mindset of just ready to crash out. The jobs are not paying enough, right? And then on top of the jobs not paying enough, you got to deal with absolutely diabolical and evil people in the workplace. Listen, I checked out. I've been checked out, right? Listen, this Saturday is my last, well, before Saturday, but this week is my last week, essentially. I'm up out of here. I checked out probably a year and a half ago, right? I just come in and do what I do, and then I go home, right? It's not, many of these jobs, and I mentioned this before, right? On top of you having to deal with the emotional distress of dealing with people, then you have to deal with the emotional distress of maybe not even being able to keep up with the daily cost of living, right? And then on top of that, you have you not feeling any kind of purpose. You're not feeling purposeful in a job or the role that you're doing in the first place, and it sucks everything up out of you. And then eventually you just check out. You just check out. Listen, all of the jobs that I've had, I could care less about any one of those jobs. I'm going to be real with you. Now, maybe once upon a time, just like a new car, right? Something like that, or a new place. You're all excited and you're cleaning up the goddamn car. Yeah, man. Wait till I show them this, right? You're cleaning up the apartment. You're getting all tidy and everything, right? When everybody come over, like, oh, this is a nice place. You did a good job. You did a good job. Good job. All right. Right? The 304s get in the car. Your little girlfriend get in the car. Whatever boyfriend get in the car. And they're like, oh, this is nice. Oh, you got a nice electronic system. And it smells good in here, Scooby. Right? It smells good in here. You got some snacks. So the new car, the new apartment, it eventually wears off. The same thing with the job. Eventually, you all excited to get the job. Yeah, Mom, I got the job. Dad, yeah, I got the job. Oh, congratulations, sweetie. Congratulations. When do you start? I start tomorrow, head ass. I start tomorrow. Then eventually you get in there, right? Everybody's all hip, cheerio. Like, yeah, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Everybody's all smiling, right? But really, it should be the entrance or the introduction to a psychological thriller. Everybody's all smiling. Everybody's all smiling, but really everybody's a psychopath because they've been there so long. They ain't got nothing. They realize they at the end of the road. They at the end of the line, right? So they're about to turn you into a psychopath too. Welcome to the family, right? You get in there just enough, you get all cozy. I'm like, well, I actually do like this job. I actually do like this job. Then you get in there, people start backstabbing you. People start doing things. People start whispering. Yeah, well, what you think? We're going to get up out of here. we're gonna. They start playing little games with you, right? Everybody then starts showing their real face. They all nice at the beginning. Yeah, you need any help? You need any help? Right? And then eventually, you start asking for some help. I'm not the one to help you. Maybe you want to ask Jackson over there, right? Motherfuckers start turning blue and purple in the face. Like, come on, man. Right? You got to deal with all of these aspects of it. Yeah, anybody be ready to crash out. Right? I'm sure a lot of people are ready to crash out. Right? It just doesn't work anymore. Like, I think things are coming to a head now, man. I think this is a very pivotal time in history right now, man. Right? I think more people, I don't think enough people are aware, but I think a lot more people are aware than ever before. I think a lot of people are like, man, this is not life. This is not life. Not too many people actually like their jobs. And then you're going to have folks in the comment section, well, everybody can't start a business. Everybody, some people need to work. And I absolutely agree. Let the NPCs work. For those people who are not aware, put their ass to work. Throw them into the Amazon facilities. Like, work them to death. Put the NPCs right next to the Tesla bots or the Amazon bots. Put them right next to it ain't going to make a difference. It ain't going to make a goddamn difference. Put them next to each other. And let them work side by side, NPC and bots, NPC and the robots, right? So yeah, you're right. Everybody can't start a business. Everybody don't want to start a business. Well, put their ass to work. Put them in labor. Put them in slave labor. Got it. Yep. All right. Right. Put them in chains. Make them indentured servants. Right. That's a joke. All right. But listen, I get it. I get it. Everybody can't start a business, but at this point in time, it's not everybody can't start a business. Right? Either you're going to sink or you're going to swim. Right? Either you're going to sink or you're going to swim. Listen, you got very few people who actually like their jobs. There's very few people that actually like their jobs. And those jobs are probably purpose-driven jobs. Right? Like you save lives for a living. You're a firefighter. Right? Or something, EMT or something like that. Or, you on the terrorist, you watch terrorist organizations, you work for the feds, you're FBI, you stop terrorist attacks or something like that. Maybe that's what you do. Like, those are you're a doctor, right? An attorney, you free up innocent people. Like, you do stuff that's very meaningful. There's very few meaningful jobs, right? Because those are careers. Those are lifelong, like, purpose-filled jobs or purpose-filled, way of life, essentially. I think those are the words I'm trying to use. But those are like, callings, right? You had a calling to be an EMT, a firefighter, to save people, right? You had a calling to be a heart surgeon. That is completely different. You ain't had no goddamn calling to push carts at Wally World, right? That ain't your calling, buddy. You ain't had a calling to change oil at Jiffy Lube for the rest of your life. No, you didn't. Stop it. You ain't had a calling to serve tables for the rest of your goddamn life. Majority of people are not working in what I would say callings or in their purpose. Most people are working outside of their purpose. And this is why people are crashing out. This is why people are checking out, right? They're not doing things coinciding with life. Life is meant to be lived. We're meant to serve people, right? That's what I believe. I believe that each and every one of us are meant to serve the other person, other people in our own special way, right? In our own special way. However, we have gotten away from that, right? Because of, how society's set up, how the evil elites set the system up, right? To push you away from your calling. And this is exactly why, like, everything is being fractured. Everything is being fractured. As you can see, this woman, the woman that I showed, she has no help. She has no help. Many of us in America, we don't have strong families in America. Not like back in the days, no. Right? Most kids don't get along with their parents at all. They barely talk to them. Right? Most people don't have, close people to call or rely on when it comes to the kids, and or you can't rely on them the whole time, because guess what? Your parents got to work too. Grandparents got to work too. They clocking in a Wally world too. Like, no, I can't sit at home and watch your kids, baby. I got to go to work. I got to go to work too, baby. So grandparents even got to come in here to work. So it's like now you got a whole lineage who are working, right? Social Security running out. Old folks, the elderly ain't got time to be sitting at home either. They can't sit at home and watch the kids. You don't make enough to pay your parents anyway. So it's all messed up. And then with the relationships, with romantic relationships, the men don't make enough to have the confidence to marry women nowadays, right? Neither do the women want men who can't do for them. So the entire system is fractured. Everything is fractured. And it's leading to more mental breakdowns. It's leading to more just riffraff. It's leading to more crash outs. It's leading to all of this. Everything that you see, the division, right? People not getting along, people being angry. It's all because everything is fractured. There is no anchor in America, right? You should be anchored in family, but that's null and void. A lot of people are not anchored with family. America does a good job at fracturing the families. A great job. They actually, believe it or not, America actually specializes in fracturing families. Listen, wink, wink, right? America specializes in that, right? And they've done a great job at doing it. America specializes in division. America specializes in chaos. America specializes in war, right? And listen, you gotta step into your purpose. And this is why I repeat PFP every single time y'all watch the video, right? And PFP is how you should live. And PFP is how you should live, right? The after pill is the ideology, the things that I talk about, right? The way things are going in life, right? That is the ideology, the way that I speak on things, right? My thought process with circumstances and what's going on in the world, that's the ideology, right? The escape blueprint is the framework, right? The ideology leads into the framework, right? And I'm building the framework as you guys are watching. And then PFP, life is how you should live. In what? In purpose, in freedom, and in power, in purpose. That's why people are messed up in the head. They have no purpose, right? Your purpose will create your freedom. In purpose, in freedom. And guess what? Freedom gives you power. And that's how we're going to end this video. Make sure you hit the link down in the description. Come and join the family. If you want more knowledge, you want more wisdom, you want to watch me build as I go. Literally, I'm showing you the escape blueprint. Literally, if you've been watching me this far, like you've watched this entire time, and now you're seeing me literally like leave my job behind, and now you're seeing me go into another country. You're seeing me go and live in another country. You're seeing me uproot myself and my family from everything that we know to go into another country and rebuild and better leverage ourselves more than we could in the United States. You're literally seeing me build out the escape blueprint in real time and live the PFP life. So come over to the Patreon, gain some knowledge, gain some wisdom, and let me show you the way. And if you want to join a high intensity group of builders, of movers and shakers, come and join the inner circle, but you can only get through it through the Patreon. So hit that link in the description. I'll see you guys over there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
I built a life. I built a family. I worked my hands raw to get here, and I'm not done. This is the escape blueprint, PFP life, a way out of the grind and into control. You'll learn how I stack cash, build systems, and reclaim time so you can live on your own terms. You will watch me maneuver and grind towards the life that I achieve for myself, and you can also do the same. Join the circle, join the Patreon, learn the steps, and protect your freedom. The escape blueprint, PFP life.